I don't feel like myself. I'm being quicker to violence and irrationality. I don't understand it. Something's changing within me.
Episode 24, The Road Haunts Us. Welcome to Echoes of Elsehwere. This is a story about people caught between two worlds, the modern, gothic shadows of New Eden and the dark, oppressive nightmare of Barovia. I'm Keith, your GM, your keeper of secrets.
I'm Edie Jones. I'm playing Rax Koshak, a dragonborn bard, and somewhere in the back of his brain is a very confused artist named Vince.
I'm Leah Sky. I'm playing Blake Emberlich, and she has secrets.
I'm playing Professor Gregor, and he's getting way too into this Renaissance fair.
I'm Tony Keone. I am playing Elliot Knight, the inventor of the most advanced AI ever created.
We left off on Echoes of Elsehwere. We left the Vistani camp where we had our fortunes read, doom and gloom, very predictably. We took a shortcut through the woods, which worked out okay because we met our new friend Uxas, the very tall man with seemingly very good intentions. We've learned that he has some sort of connection to New Eden, perhaps. He saw us briefly when we were in that parking lot, and I had a trash can thrown at me. We met him, burned the ghouls, and despite getting attacked on our first shortcut, we decided, everyone else decided, that we were going to do a second shortcut. And in that time, we met a very scary ghost armor, an armored ghost that looked like it was going to go after Professor Gregor. Blake tried to warn him and ended up getting caught with a full ghost blast where she aged 30 years. Luckily, she's an elf, so she just looks slightly more distinguished now. And we killed the ghost. Now we are near the Windmill, where the orphans are being held. We don't really know. We know that there's some bad stuff going down there, according to really just common sense and also the fortune teller. So there we stand on the top of this hill near the Windmill, with all of us just having killed the spooky ghost.
I'm going to add one detail when we say near the windmill. You're definitely nearer to the windmill than you are. But you are probably looking at another 2-3 hours of traveling to get to the windmill. You're back on the road. You've made it down over the cliffside. You're back on the track and you are heading north. But you're still south of the river. And you make your way along the path. You get to... You hear those sounds, the waterfall of the Tesser Falls falling into the river. You see a bridge ahead of you. It's stone. It's a little greenish along the edges where mold is clinging to it. Facing you are a pair of gargoyles mounted on pedestals on to the left and the right of the bridge. They are watching as you approach, motionless. To your right, you can see the cliff over the side and a very, very far drop below, 700, 800, 900 feet below is where the river continues. Had you gone north from the Vistani camp, you would have been at the bottom of that cliff, not the top.
So I think once we get into range, Father Gregor will remove from his back a 10-foot pole from his back, and we'll get very far away from these gargoyles and poke at him a little bit.
So, this is a pole you have to stumble a little bit to screw in, put together, and you start to poke at the gargoyles. And Professor Gregor, roll a d20 for me.
Every day is a new adventure. It is a 19.
You tap on the stone on the left. It is a solid piece of stone. It is not hollow. There's no echo coming from it.
The echo comes from Elsehwere.
Roll credits.
You get a point of inspiration.
Hey!
You expected it to jump out and grab you and start beating you with a stick. Nothing happens.
Yeah, well, he was suspecting it might animate, and if it did, he'd be 10 feet away, which is the goal. We'll try the other one.
You tap on the other one, and it is also a solid piece of stone. They are weathered as you're looking at them. You did roll a 19. They're weathered. They've been out here for a very, very long time. Some of the... You can tell at one point they're really high-quality stone sculptures, but between the mist from the waterfall and just the wind and age, some of the edges have been softened.
Hey, Irina, what is this? What's this bridge? What are those gargoyles? Where are we heading towards?
The bridge is just... It gets us across the Ivlis River. These are the Tesser Falls. There's a crossroad that we're going to be coming up to, and then a set of gates, and then Vallaki is a little bit further on the other side of that. And once we get past those gates, we'll be pretty close to the orphanage, although I don't know that we're not going to make it there by nightfall, I don't think.
Thought it was only 2 or 3 hours away.
You're close to like 3 o'clock right now. You could get there.
There's nowhere else for us to camp in these woods. Like, if we just hurry.
If we just hurry, we can make it there by nightfall, yes. It might be a little dark by the time we get there.
It might be a good idea for us to find a place to camp safely before we actually reach the lighthouse.
In the middle of these woods with the mist and the ghouls and the ghosts?
I see where you're coming from, but the problem is we have been through 2 battles, and so we have gotten rid of a lot of our, spell slots, and some of us have been injured and this and that. So it might be good in case we're about to hit another battle that we have some sort of a rest. Maybe we can do, watches and things.
General watches are typical, and I think he's putting away his pole. In any case, these if this is a trap, the poke test doesn't reveal it. So,
Irina, you're more familiar with this area. Is there, and I fully expect the answer to this question to be no, but is there anywhere that is safer to camp than others in this general area?
We try not to camp at night. The wolves come out at night. I would try and get to the orphanage or even push on through to Vallaki.
We save kids.
Yeah, that's the idea, but we'd be better at saving kids if we hadn't lost some of our spell slots.
Assuming we don't intend to fight these things and just sneak out with them. I don't know, I think we push on. Yeah, I understand your reasoning for wanting to rest, but I think it would just mean another fight. There wouldn't be much opportunity to rest unless we want to sleep during the day and travel at night.
The other question is, when we fall asleep, are we going to wake up in New Eden, or are we going to wake up here?
Good question. I mean, I would rather my body be in a somewhat safe place.
Because as I recall, when we are in New Eden, our bodies here turn into kind of mindless, not zombies, but sort of emotionally dead people who don't really interact with the world. And that's probably not ideal in this sort of situation.
I will watch while you sleep.
Or do you not need to sleep?
I don't feel tired.
Well, I agree with the consensus of the group that trying to camp here is not a good idea.
So we push on.
The gates might be the safest place, but it's not like there's a shelter there. We'd still be pitching a tent.
We could probably maybe set up some hammocks high up in the trees.
Yes, that's not a bad idea.
Still think we should go to the windmill.
I agree. And also, we should have this conversation as we're moving. We're losing more time standing still. Yeah.
We're walking and talking.
I'm having something happen, guys. I don't feel like myself.
Say more about that.
I'm sure you all have noticed I'm being quicker to violence and irrationality. I don't understand it, but something's changing within me.
I think what you're finding is that your Barovian counterpart is taking more control of your personality, and your Barovian counterpart is an angrier person than you are.
I mean, we've been through a lot. It could also just be, Elliot, this is a lot. This is a lot for anyone to go through. And then whatever's going on with Diana.
We never got a chance to talk more about that, did we? She's different here. She's still here, but something's different. She seems to have made some kind of a bargain with whoever I am here, and that's why I can do what I can do. Something's off. It's not Diana. She would never be like this. She would never push me towards relishing in this anger, and I don't know. Something's off, and I am concerned. I need you all to know.
What do you want us to do anything about it? Do you want to talk about it more, unpack it more? Is there any action you want us to take?
I don't know yet. I needed you all to be aware, because we can't have any of us losing it, and I just feel like I might be closer to losing it than others right now.
We've got your back.
Thank you. Let's keep marching, and let's figure out how we're going to figure out the camp situation. Maybe we don't reveal our intentions and we can stay at the orphanage overnight. I don't know how safe or how dangerous that would be. I mean,
that would be extremely dangerous. And
I think we have to, right? Like, are we going to be leading the kids through the dark?
We have to do something. Maybe, yeah, we have to camp somewhere between here and the orphanage, because we're not going to do all of this in the dark. We have to sleep sometime.
If they know Irina and they don't know that what we're there to do,
there's no guarantee that they don't know what we're here to do. The number of extant magic that can do any sort of extrasensory perception, like clairvoyance or read minds or intentions or the future, are so... We've seen so many of that. It to guarantee that they don't know our intentions just because we don't have no method of knowing that. I don't think that's a very safe assumption at all. And if they do know our assumptions and we're caught with our pants down, we're much worse than we are against, say, wolves. I would trust wolves more.
Well, then what is your suggestion?
So, I don't know, find a safe place, either up a tree or any other sort of shelter, like a cave that we could blockade.
Maybe we just take an hour-long breather here, rest for a second. Like, it'll still be dark, but it'll be... I don't think we have time to camp. I think it's too dangerous.
And as you've been walking and having this conversation, you've been still making pretty good time. You come to a crossroad, and you can see in the distance a towering gate rising up to the north, maybe a quarter mile away. But that's not what catches your attention. What catches your attention is the black carriage at the crossroad, sitting there. There are two pitch black horses tethered to it. You can see mist, steam rising from their nose as they're breathing. There seems to be a sheen of sweat over their bodies.
We can't go that way.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, let's go a different direction.
Or why don't we talk to them?
They're not our friends, and they assisted.
Have they proven to be our enemies yet? Besides some guy talking shit?
Well,
I would
we
say
did see the
Well, there was
carriage.
the whole they kidnapped all of those circus people and that young woman and the all of the, horrible curse of this land and that sort of,
Well, there's also, isn't the last time we saw that carriage when we saw the parade of defeated ghosts, including ourselves?
And they did send that zombie and that group of rats and that other zombie to try to kill us.
So really,
Pretty
it's
sure.
pretty clear they're not our friends.
I'm not saying that they're our friends. I'm just saying maybe they're the type to talk.
We can ask Horse.
What? Do you speak horse?
Good point.
I can try.
Okay.
I've spoken to a horse before.
Did it speak back?
It was rude.
Yeah. Well, then go for it.
I want to see this play out, to be honest.
I trust.
Yeah, let's
I
do
trust
it.
I trust the horse more. Yeah.
We should stay back here if Irina.
Yeah.
Irina nods her head and reaches out for your hand, Blake, for reassurance as she stays back behind.
Yeah, Blake takes it.
Okay, speak with animals is a ritual. So I think I need like 10 minutes to
You do.
cast it. So I don't know what that is supposed to look like, but it's essentially just sit down cross-legged and
Is it that, or is it you going up to the horse and just petting it, going, "Oh, who's a good boy"? For
Well,
10 minutes.
well, I don't know how to interpret it's action or ritual, so I'm not sure if I can just do it or if I have to like focus in.
You can do it once without having to take a ritual for it. You can just do it, and then
Okay,
after that,
so
if you need to do it, you can spend time.
I will just walk up to the horse then and do first of all, don't approach it from behind. I'll walk around, I'll approach it from the front, and what happens? Friend horse, Uxas. Friend.
We have come for you.
Don't understand.
We have come for you. The master bade us come here and wait. If you wish to go to the castle, step inside. We have snacks.
Uxas is hungry. Be right back, horse friend. I'll walk back to the group.
The horse turns his head and watches you. And then the horse turns to the other horse. And you can hear the horses talking about you now. Just muffled comments.
I wonder if they've got a bet going to see if this one will work.
We'll party. It's great. We got snacks. We got drinks.
Horses have snacks. They say they take us to the master.
We don't want to go there.
Who's master?
What the name we don't want to say out loud?
Our friend who lives in... Well, not our friend. The one who lives in the castle.
You familiar with vampires?
Yeah.
I'll turn around. No thanks, horse.
The horses just stand there.
Are they blocking the road, or they just?
They're not.
There?
They're off to the side.
Okay.
Another carriage could drive by them. They're awful far enough.
So we can just walk past them ish.
Looking into the carriage for a moment, is there anything in there?
Yes. The carriage is all lined in black. The outside's black. The inside's black. What you notice inside of there is you notice there is a crystal decanter in a wooden box, and there are some crystal goblets around it. There are exactly 5 of them. There is a small bowl next to them, and in that bowl are apples.
Not sinister at all. Apples have never been used in a sinister way.
I think Father Gregor will go by the side of the road, find a good-looking stump, and set up the alchemy kit. It's time to see what's in this new free food item.
I will mention that because you have been conscious of time and what you're going to do for Nightfall, setting up the alchemy kit and doing testing on it does take time.
We're good to do this?
The
Everyone-
mission.
Yeah,
The
hold
mission,
on.
yeah.
Actually, hey, Uxas, ask the horse again. The stuff that's in there is for us, right?
Turn to the horse. The apples. Those are for us.
Are you going to see the master?
Turn back.
What'd he say?
Look at. Do we see the master?
No.
Say eventually.
What is eventually?
Soon.
At some point.
We see master soon.
If you see master, the apples are for you. If you don't see master, the apples are for me.
Thank you, horse. And I'll reach out to stroke the horse. If I have already casted Speak with Animals, can I also cast Beast Sense?
Yes, you could. You could cast both of them. But I will let you know that they will not be willing creatures. They serve one master.
Okay. It's not something that Uxas also decides to do. When he loves animals, and when he would go to touch one, it's like his instinct is to connect with the animal on an emotional.
So, Uxas, what did they say?
We see master, the apples are ours. Or apples for us. If we no see master, no apples for us.
Okay. Apples, death. Apples, death. That's
True, but he wants to test them. Sounds like we can just take them and we can test them at some point. We'll see the master eventually.
Okay, sure. If we want to test some weird
Also,
apples
those
from
crystal decanters seem like they're worth some money.
Somebody's gotten to the root of my ruse.
Wow. Okay, so we're just going to steal.
Elliot's going to take the crystal decanters and goblets and the bowl of apples and give a thumbs up to the horse.
I know this isn't a shortcut, but I just want to vocally state my objection to this.
Me too. I also object to everything that's happening.
I can put it back. They offered us snacks, and I'd like to know if this is the kind of person that would attempt to poison us rather than deal with us directly. They're two very different types of problems to solve.
Are we able to take the snacks without getting trapped in the carriage with the snacks?
Dr. Elliot is sitting in the carriage right now with has arms with a bowl of apples and a decanter, and there's a bunch of goblets and sitting on top of the apples in the bowl. So he's ready to go.
I would have grabbed them and then tried to immediately step outside of the caravan.
Yeah, and you can step out with no problem.
Okay, I guess you've done it. Let's go to the windmill. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Uxas, if you want to tell him we'll see his master later and that they can leave.
We see master soon, horse. Bye. Bye, horse. Thank you for apples.
Are you taking all the apples?
Yes, we take apples. We are taking apples.
Do you share apples?
They ask if we're sharing the apples.
You're not sharing the apples.
Well, we could. Yeah, we should share them.
Yeah, and then I'll toss Uxas 2 apples.
I'll hand out the apple to the horse.
I thought for sure you were going to eat them.
No. I don't know what to do. Uxas doesn't know what to do because some people said apples death. And the horses said, yeah, take the apples.
You offer the horses the apples, and both horses eat the apples.
Good horses.
Doesn't mean they're not deadly to us.
Very true. And we'll find that out later.
And having talked to the horses, giving them some apples, looted what you could from the carriage. How are you carrying all of this, Dr. Elliot?
I'm just goblets in the bag, and then the liquid. It's in a decanter, so probably just wrap a cloth around it to make sure that the top is it corked? If it's corked, then
It's got a cork.
Okay. So I'll probably wrap a small cloth around it just so that the glass can't fall out of it, but probably just satchel it. Or if somebody has a larger bag, we can put it in that.
Father Gregor, I think, has a large sack with him.
Perfect.
But I think in addition to this, I think Father Gregor will take a small piece of string, tie it in a specific way, examine it closely to make sure that it is an object that he is familiar with. I just want to make sure that's well known, and will place it in the carriage. Just an object that Professor Gregor is familiar with.
Okay, you're planning something for future use, right? In the carriage somewhere?
Yes.
Perfect.
Actually, for a reason that she doesn't entirely understand, Blake's going to take out a very specific dagger and then just bury it into the back of the carriage.
So you're sticking the knife in the carriage, is it underneath the frame so it's out of sight, or are you sticking it?
No, very plainly in sight at the back, in the rear of the carriage.
Just stabbed into a wall.
Yeah.
Why don't we just take the wheels off the carriage? I don't know.
And Professor Gregor, you are putting your string somewhere where it's not obvious.
No, somewhere subtle, under a cushion.
Elliot thinks for a second, goes, "Oh, hold on," and he reaches into his little satchel again and finds the gold coin with Strahd's face on it, and he flips it onto the table where he grabbed the stuff off of.
So he'll take the moment to also examine the dagger as well, so that it is a familiar object.
If Uxas sees everyone else doing something to the cart to fit in, he's going to bend down and use his fingernails to scratch his name into the back of it with a WUZHEER.
You leave the carriage. You see the two horses begin to lead the carriage away toward the castle. You keep going north. Another 15 minutes or so, you find yourself at these massive gates. They are towering overhead. In front of them, there are two statues of some type of guardians on either side. Their heads are missing. They stand there with the sword pointed down. There is a huge iron gate that creaks loudly as you begin to approach, and it opens up, and it's close to 5 o'clock, maybe an hour, 2 hours at best before darkness sets in. Irene is still holding on to Blake's hand, staying toward the back. I think we can do it about 2 hours from here, but we gotta hurry.
Does this mean that they're expecting us? Do these gates just open for everyone?
They do open for anyone who's coming this way, yes.
Okay, spooky, but that's normal.
And there's nobody working the gate that we can see or anything like that.
You don't, looking around, there doesn't appear to be anyone here.
What?
To the left and right of the gate, to where the statues are, there's just trees and forest, and the mist is incredibly thick in either location. It is only here where the gates pass through that the mist is thinned out.
Guess let's pick it up. Let's try and get there. I really wanted to be able to rest here, but
Think we're gonna find any good rest?
Well, my only thinking is if we rest with our backs against the gate, we at least know we're covered in that direction, and we'll know if anything's coming.
you could just take like an hour breather, and then we'll be doing an hour or 2 hours in the darkness.
Yeah.
Which
will be plenty of time to be swarmed and eaten by wolves.
Yeah,
I think
that's
we
my
should
concern.
keep going.
Can people effectively rest if I carry them?
now we're in another one of those D&D philosophical questions, aren't we?
Yes, if you wish to be a beast or burden for somebody and like put them in, like carry them in, like cradle them in your arms, yes. If you just toss them over your shoulder like a sack of potatoes, no.
So fireman's carry doesn't work.
Uppies?
If tired, I can hold.
I think Rax jumps in your arms.
As long as he's medium, I got it.
He's medium.
Right? So you'll take the first hour, and then I'll take the second hour.
So does that count as a short rest then?
As we're walking along, as long as nothing crazy happens, I'll allow you to get a short rest out of that if you wish to do that. You pass through the gate. As you pass through the gate, they creak loudly again as they close behind you. The road winds through the forest, and as the sun begins to set after about an hour, you can make out the windmill in the distance. It stands 40 or 50 feet tall as your guess. You can see the blades of the windmill. They are worn. Panels have broken off them. There is, it's up on a hill, and it's just grass here and some crops that don't look like they're growing very well, stunted. Hard to even make out what they are. Rax, you may take a short rest.
Wee-hoo.
And Uxas, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw. DC on this is 10. And that number is
21. Sorry.
21. All right. True to his word, he carries you and doesn't seem to have been straining very long at all. And he puts you down and waits for, I think, Dr. Elliot to jump up.
Elliot wraps his arm around his shoulder and just like pops up and he's like, all right. Pulls down his hood a little bit and starts trying to sleep.
It is like being carried by a stack of bold.
like shuffles his shoulders a little bit, trying to get comfortable.
Not soft.
As you're approaching the windmill, as you're going closer to it, you still have an hour to get there. Are you doing anything else along that trek of the journey?
Hey, Elliot. I know you look comfortable, but before we go to that windmill, I know that pie lady seemed to get the other you really upset before.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling about it?
I'm in control. I'll be fine. Then I think that might have to be a contested roll. So I'm going to throw deception. That is a 16.
Insight? Go for it.
I really hope you get it. There you go. Perfect.
23.
He definitely feels like he's in control, but he's not. He is trying to convince himself probably more than he's trying to convince you.
Okay. Well, I'm here for you. We all are. But we know the Elliot. I know he's a good guy. I think you just gotta hold on to that.
I appreciate it. I will. While we're on the subject, though, what was up with the knife?
I don't know. It just felt right. It felt like something I had to do. Maybe things have been a weird day.
Is it possible maybe you might be going through something similar to what I am?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I should told you guys. I mean, I talked to Professor about it, but yeah, that's going on for me, and I'm really scared of losing control. I don't know if you can relate to that.
Well, I can. All right. You try to keep an eye on me. I'll try and keep an eye on you.
Thanks. Yeah. I'll try to bring you back if it's not you.
And with that, as you begin to approach the windmill, night has fallen.
Oh yeah, he was going to ask for the book and read the book along the way, but
Read the book while you're walking.
yeah.
Elliot throws it out of his satchel,
Yeah.
tosses it to you.
Thank you.
As you are thumbing through the book, as the night is falling, a single light goes on from the windmill from a distance. It seems to be the second floor. There's a window. Even from this distance, you can tell it's boarded up. There's just light flickering through the cracks. And with that, we're going to let the echoes fade for today.